Pizza time.
Pizza is one of those foods that is hard to mess up. Bread, sauce, cheese, and toppings is simply a winning combination, so even if it's not great, it's usually good enough to eat. But there's still some hidden secrets about pizza out there that you should know about. So on that note, let's look at 10 untold truths about pizza.
Did you just eat sofa pizza?
Yes.
Pizza pie.
Pizza pie is very hot these days.
What's better than pizza? The answer seems to be pizza in paradise. Sasha and Tara Bouis are the creators of Pizza Pie, a company you're going to wish you had thought of first. As is often said, necessity is the mother of invention, and the Bouises are a great example of this. One evening, while sitting in their boat, they got hungry for pizza and realized there could be a big opportunity for them to fill a delicious niche. Mr. and Mrs. Bouis decided to cash in their land jobs and move to the Caribbean to start their own pizza business. But this isn't just any pizza business. This is one the couple launched from their small boat.
Hey, look at me! I'm the man in the boat!
Pizza Pie's specialty is gluten-free, made from scratch pies. Sasha worked in New York City, so he prefers to make thin, New York-style crust. The Pizza Pie menu includes such local favorites as Plain Jane, Mad Shroom, and Sweet Home. They use their 37-foot aluminum boat to motor around the Virgin Islands, delivering fresh, hot pizza to the masses. The bad news is Pizza Pie does not dock to deliver pizzas, so customers must have a boat to get their pizza delivered to them on the beautiful blue Caribbean Sea. Maybe you didn't think you could get good pizza in the Caribbean, but Pizza Pie shows that where there's a will, there's a way.
Never fear, but where there's a will, there's a way, and I have a way.
Pizza cars.
Who has pizza in their car?
It seems like everyone wants to get in on the pizza action, so now Domino's have developed partnerships with multiple companies currently producing self-driving cars. The companies are working together to use driverless cars to deliver fresh, hot pizzas right to your door. Although the cars would be packed with the latest technology, including spatial algorithms and radar, some cities are still hesitant to allow the driverless cars to roam freely in their neighborhoods.
I'm sorry, I'm really not comfortable with this, Ethan.
It's a question of safety. For example, can these cars accurately see a pedestrian in a crosswalk regardless of the traffic conditions or the configuration of the intersection? Apparently, these are the types of questions that will have to be answered before the driverless cars are allowed to deliver Domino's pizza to your house. Domino's is optimistic that they'll have the cars on the road sometime in 2021. While this might be good news for pizza, it seems like bad news for pizza delivery guys who are trying to earn some good tips. So there's one more question that should be cleared up before they hit the road. Should customers feel obligated to tip the driverless cars?
I don't tip.
Vegetable or pizza?
You know, eat your green vegetables.
Does pizza qualify as a vegetable? There's tomato sauce on it, but tomatoes are technically a fruit, even though we think of it as a vegetable. Many pizzas have vegetable toppings like peppers and onions, but many do not. In an effort to make school lunches healthier, there were attempts to reform the rules that govern school lunch programs. Currently, the designation of tomato sauce is as a vegetable, which counts towards a child's daily serving totals. Some officials have also considered calling French fries vegetables as well.
That's crazy talk.
So while no, kids aren't being fed pizza and French fries every day, they are consistently on the menu and often being considered as a proper serving of vegetables, which seems a little misleading. One thing is for sure, when the creators of the food pyramid chart first created it, they did not have pizza or French fries in mind when they were trying to educate people about proper nutrition.
The cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast.
Pizza.
Anybody order pizza?
Science fiction stories have taught us that we really can't trust robots to not take over the world and enslave humanity. Hopefully, we can trust them to make our pizzas, because a number of restaurants and chains are gearing up to do just that. Zoom Pizza is one example of a company that plans to use high-tech machines to knead dough, spread sauce, and sprinkle cheese and toppings on your favorite pies. Do you think they'll be able to spin the dough, toss it in the air, and catch it the way the traditional pizza chefs do? Let's hope so, or those kitchens could get messy.
Might get a bit messy.
Anyway, Zoom's CEO, Julia Collins, is going full steam ahead in the San Francisco Bay Area and plans to serve the entire market. Ms. Collins and others who plan to replace people with technology are confident that robots can do the job better and with more consistency for better overall quality. This may or may not be true, but would seem to only apply to mass-produced pizzas anyway. When it comes to your local mom-and-pop pizza shops, hopefully you'll still be able to get a handcrafted pizza, not one made with cold metal robot hands that want to take over the world.
But Scott, who's gonna take over the world when I die?
Here's pizza in your eye.
I just have something in my eye.
Many of us love pizza, but apparently some of us don't know which pizza we love most and have a little trouble deciding what kind to order. But fear not, because Pizza Hut thinks it has come up with a way to help these indecisive customers. The giant pizza chain has come up with a system they call a subconscious menu. This technology was developed by a Swedish company called Tobii Technology. The key to the technology is its ability to track the eye movements of customers as they look at pictures of pizza toppings. Based on what the customer's eyes focus on, Pizza Hut will be able to suggest a specific pizza to a customer from among up to 4,896 possible combinations of toppings.
So many toppings.
That's a lot of choices, considering that the most popular pizzas are still your basic cheese and, of course, the king, pepperoni. The software was said to be very accurate in choosing the right pizzas for customers when tested in Pizza Huts in the United Kingdom. The chain is considering introducing the technology into American restaurants. Do you need a computer program to tell you what kind of pizza to eat?
I'm an independent person. I can make my own decisions.
Pizza Farm.
Great farm.
We live in an era of technological specialization, so it shouldn't come as much of a surprise that some farms now specialize in specific foods. All pizzas are equal, but some pizzas are more equal than others. There are now actual farms that devote all of their time and energy to cultivating the ingredients that make up one of the world's favorite foods, pizza. Government agencies, small farmers, and industrial farming companies have all had a role in creating these so-called pizza farms in places like Wisconsin.
Ever been to Wisconsin?
Some of the farms are even circular in shape and divided into as many as 12 slices or wedges. Each wedge is used to grow different ingredients, such as tomatoes or herbs, that could someday find their way into one of your pizzas. These pizza farms even have a slice of pasture set aside for the cows that produce the milk used to make the different cheeses used as pizza toppings, such as mozzarella. Some of these pizza farms have become fun destinations for school trips where children can learn about the basics of farming and learn how the food they eat makes the journey from the dirt to their tables. This isn't the only way to make pizzas, but it sounds like one good way, and hopefully you'll see a pizza farm sprout up near you.
I really hope so.
Animals love pizza too.
Pizza.
Many people love pizza, but apparently we're not the only ones. All kinds of animals, including cats, dogs, squirrels, and mice, have been caught scarfing a slice of pizza when they get a chance. Can you blame them? The combination of bread, meats, and cheeses is a big temptation. We can assume that not all of these animals have to snatch up what they can on the sly, as some pet owners are probably willing to share their pizza goodness with their animal friends. There are stories about a New York City rodent called Pizza Rat by his admirers, who has become known for making off with pizza scraps whenever it can and taking them back to his lair.
Welcome to my underground lair.
I'm sure his pack was always very happy with his bounty. Some subway riders claim to have footage of one of these pizza standoffs. Similar sightings have been made in other big pizza cities, such as Chicago. Foxes are known as slippery and clever creatures who will make off with chicken eggs and the like, but when pizza is available, all bets are off. A pizza fox has been known to slip into an unlocked car and steal slices from unattended pizzas.
You sly old fox.
The ultimate pizza box.
Pizza?
That's a pizza.
This is either the ultimate pizza or the ultimate pizza box. No doubt many of you will decide it's both, and who could argue with this? It's really two pizzas in one awesome package. It's like a pizza mirage, seemingly too good to be true, but in this case it is. We've all seen the salads with edible bowls, but this takes edible to a whole new level. For years, pizza chains have been trying different ways to stuff more toppings and more cheese onto and into a pizza, but apparently the answer is to just make the box into a pizza. This invention supposedly came to pass because of one of the enterprising co-owners of Vinny's Pizzeria in Brooklyn, New York.
Back in Brooklyn, we got a saying, we're walking here.
Jean Bertillon was concerned by the mountain of pizza boxes that he saw piling up because of all the pizza they sold. So he decided to, yes, you guessed it, make a pizza box into a pizza. It's a win-win situation because there is less trash to fill the dumpsters and more pizza. So what could be better than that? A little experimentation and Mr. Bertillon came up with his tasty pizza box. This pizza and pizza box comes in a non-edible standard bag instead of a traditional pizza box. So if you prefer pizza to cardboard, you'll want to give this pizza a try if you're ever in Brooklyn.
Fine, let's go to Brooklyn.
Pizza 997 CE.
That was a long time ago.
Archaeologists have found evidence that man baked bread as many as 7,000 years ago. Fresh bread with toppings is a delicious food that stretches all the way back to that time. Pizza experts seem to agree that one of the forerunners to pizza was an ancient Greek invention called plakous. This food was topped with toppings like garlic, onions, and cheese, and is recognizable as pizza without the sauce. Focaccia is a flatbread treat that was popular with the Romans, who may have borrowed this from their Greek neighbors. Many ancient cultures from around the Mediterranean world have made claim to the original pizza, but the exact origins are not completely clear.
I don't know.
There is a reference to a food similar to pizza made in the classic Roman epic by Virgil, the Aeneid. The word pizza is first known to have appeared in the historical record in 997 CE in a small town in central Italy called Gaeta. For a long time, pizza was mostly eaten by Italians and Italian immigrants to other countries. As popular as pizza is today, this seems hard to believe, but it took the upheaval of World War II to begin to internationalize pizza. American troops who had fought in Italy brought their newfound love for pizza back to America, and the rest is tasty pizza history.
Pizza!
The mathematics of pizza.
Math is hard.
Apparently, we're all fans of pizza, even mathematicians. In 2013, Eugenia Cheng decided to put her formidable math skills to good use and work on a pizza formula. What did she come up with? The ideal size of a pizza pie. She discovered that the key part of the pizza for the purposes of her size formula is the crust. She worked on her formula with the assumption that smaller slices have proportionately more toppings than larger slices. The second part of her assumption is that the center of the pizza holds more toppings than the edges. One of her conclusions based on the math was that thinner crusts make for tastier pizza because thinner crust means a better toppings to crust ratio.
Thin crust pizza? No thank you. I'm from Chicago.
All this is well and good, but did her formula actually translate into pizza makers making better pizza for pizza lovers? In at least one case, it probably did, because the company that commissioned her work modified its recipe. A pizza chain based in Britain called Pizza Express took her conclusions to heart and started making pizzas with crisper crusts with slightly more dough and an increased amount of toppings. This sounds like pretty common sense improvements that perhaps shouldn't have needed a mathematical study, but if the result is better pizza, then go for it.
Whatever, knock yourself out.
Help yourself to another slice and tap that screen for our next great video. Checking us out for the first time? Then take a second to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to join our notification squad.